It's Kimosabe here, giving you another video as things progress. Still have not closed any change in behavior here, and just keep on trucking down. So no buys as of yet. The 4 hour here, still looking at my channel and the potential for the reaccumulation. It's not looking as good now, because now we're taking out that previous low. So this being a weekend flush, it could suggest that it's fake and prices will reverse um, at the daily candle close, at the weekly candle close. However, you can't bet on that because this type of price action over the weekend, as I was saying in my last video, is potentially telling of what the stock market is going to do when it opens up Sunday night on futures and tomorrow on Monday. So you really got to be cautious here. You don't know what is the intention yet, but the intention seems to be down. I mean, your 4 hour candles are just all red, 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 red. And for this to be bullish, you need the 4 hour to close above those 4 hour candles and show some type of change in behavior. Not seeing a change in behavior yet, so I'm not very interested. We are getting some volume, similar volume to there. So let's draw out some ideas on what we could see here. For this move down to complete, I was kind of looking at this being an A, B, C there for now. It's looking like this leg down is matching this leg. Still has a little more to go. And then after that, it either reverses very sharply and gets back above the daily open for the weekly candle close. But if it wants to hover around here for a little bit, you'd see this leg repeat right here. Take out the low one more time. And then maybe you get some kind of reprieve and then more down, or you get all-time highs. 4 hour being down, 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 you need the 4 hour to change its behavior. So if you have a leg up that is longer than that leg, then something else is likely happening, and you could buy the pullback, at least targeting this liquidity up here at 102. If price continues down from here, gets back to the bottom of the range, I'd expect a bounce and then a break of that range down to that 87 target that I've been kind of waiting for, being the Elliott wave 0.5 retrace of the impulse up from November. That would be a 50% retrace, so you should find buyers there and get some kind of reaction. Zooming out to the entire range here, you're breaking the range again. This could be multiple sets of accumulation, and you may be channeling right there. If you were to take the lows from the first move down, you could be having something like that, some kind of channel, something like that. So if you level this one off and don't include those wicks, then that looks like a decent channel right there, where you're still technically in a bull flag, but nothing actionable until you start an uptrend out of here. So potential. Then you'd have to say, what is the idea or Elliott wave count? Well, you'd have to have this as A, this is a giant B wave, and now you're working on C coming down. That currently measures around the 1-to-1 fib extension, so it could be valid. And then in between here, you'd have probably an A wave here. Let's put the A wave here, and then a 3-wave down for B, and then C, like something like that. Should look better like that. Yeah, that kind of looks better like that. So then you have your ABC structure. This could be working on a wave 2, where you do have a 5-wave impulse moving up. That would be wave 1, working on wave 2 before blast off. But blast off doesn't happen until you have a change in behavior. So wait for this thing to settle out a little bit and start an uptrend. Like I said, it may repeat this little thing up top. It might hit and then double tap it before reversing. Currently sitting at 96. I was kind of expecting 96.6666 just because Bitcoin likes the 666 numbers. Another potential scenario I kind of wanted to draw out was this potential ABC moving up like that. And now currently repeating this. Come down to tag the lows. Maybe it makes 92, maybe it makes 87 to grab more liquidity. I'm indifferent about it, so I have to take it as it goes. Nothing actionable until this thing starts doing a change in behavior. Nothing to say it's not going to just come down and break the lows. I do have the angle of the channel that kind of is moving up like that. These are kind of falling in line, those two lows. That might mean something, maybe, but again, can't count on buying this dip until it says, hey, my dip is done, giving you a change in behavior. So, hope that's helpful. On yesterday's video where I was looking for a potential opportunity, I was on the 1 hour chart suggesting that price would bounce up a little bit, come down, and then reverse, making this a reaccumulation range. As we can see now, this was a redistribution and now moving down. You may get a reaccumulation range in this area or a redistribution, but it's crucial to know that there was no higher high close. No higher high close there, no higher high. The 1 hour is still heavily in a downtrend and may remain so until it hits way lower prices and then comes and closes an hourly up there, and then you buy the pullback. But as for right now, nothing actionable. Don't rush in, and don't be over leveraged when you do rush in. See any completed pattern there? Kind of looks like in Elliott wave terms is a 1, 2, this would be 3. There's your 4, and then you have this 5 that's doing 3 wave down, 3 wave down, 3 wave down. And it could be completing. As far as the matching of the legs, I would just match that with that. And then maybe you repeat this, a redistribution, and then repeat that leg down and just crush all hopes and dreams down to 93. Hey, that might be an area to watch, and then watch for this pattern to repeat. Some kind of accumulation down there. So waiting for it to kind of level off and or reverse. If you see a 4 hour engulfing candle, especially around the weekly candle close, if this was to engulf up here and close a weekly up there, that's likely putting in a low, so you'd manage risk off of that most likely. And then you could buy the higher low that probably comes back at one of these previous supports. So watch for very volatile moves. If price does shoot up like that, close up there, and then break below that low, it's gone probably down to 90, if not 89, 88, most likely. And that would just be a pattern that I see repeating somewhere. So be on guard, watch your trend, and you could be selling this if you're so inclined. I actually did take a sell. It was after the daily open. Took a sell at those resistances. Closed out of that though. Closed out of that at where I was expecting to have a buy set up at 99.5, but it didn't bounce up the way I wanted it to. So nothing for me just yet. Wait and see. Wait and see for this thing to do something different. I want to see something different than just straight down, or just keep selling it. Trend is down. See if we can measure something out here. See if measure from the high of this rally down to Friday's low, and then project after this kind of consolidation. We're in an interest zone area between the 1-to-1 to the 1-2-7-2 of this being a completed move, but now after you're in an interest zone, if that is indeed an interest zone, you need a change in behavior, which we're not getting just yet. But when was that? Wednesday? Thursday. So the downtrend that started on Thursday down to Friday's low has now made a 1-to-1 extension. If that continues down to 94, that's getting pretty bad. And then you'll likely just have a bounce or some kind of consolidation. Because that would be, in Elliott wave terms, that would be going down to, yeah, 90K for a 5 wave. Some kind of 1-2, that would be 1-2. This is 3-4-5, something like that. But one step at a time. Waiting for a trend to change now that we're getting some volume here. So watch the weekly candle close. And if you do enter, keep your stops tight. So have a good night.